All right, let's jump right in. We spend so much of our lives building our communities and our brands on social media, right? But what if the platforms we pour all that energy into were actually ours? Today, we're going to take a look at a project called BeZhas that's built on that exact idea, this huge concept people are calling the ownership economy. To really get why a project like this even exists, you have to start with this quote. It's a powerful one. The source material calls the current system digital serfdom, and it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Every creator, every user, we build our empires on platforms we just don't control. It's exactly like building a house on land you only rent. The landlord can change the rules or even kick you out whenever they want. And this chart just puts that problem into stark numbers. It's pretty wild. The people creating almost all of the value, we're talking the content, the engagement, everything that makes these platforms worth billions, something like 99% of the value, they're seeing less than 1% of the actual revenue. I mean, that's not just a gap, it's a canyon between the value creators make and what they actually get to keep. So yeah, let's dig into the core problems of this digital rented land that we're all living on. The difference between the old way and the new way is, well, it's night and day. Right now in the Web 2 world, our data is the product that gets sold. The new model says you should own it, period. And the revenue? Forget about it. Platforms take a massive 45 to 55% cut. This new idea? Just a 2.5% platform fee. And maybe the biggest shift of all is governance. It flips from a closed-door corporate boardroom to an open community vote. So you see, this is way more than just a new app with a new feature. It's a totally different philosophy. The source documents call it a fundamental architectural shift, a complete rebuilding of the internet's foundation around this promise of ownership. So, what is this ownership economy we keep talking about? At its heart, it's a simple but pretty radical idea. Building an internet where the power and the ownership is actually in the hands of the people who create all the value. You own your data. You own your content. And you know what? Through community governance, you basically co-own the platform itself. And the size of the prize here is just staggering. We're not talking about some small niche market. The global social media economy is worth $231 billion. And that's just today. It's growing like crazy. So any new model that actually works has a massive market to go after. Okay, so how does a project like this actually plan to pull it all off? The whole BeZhas ecosystem is built on 4 key pillars. Let's walk through them. So pillar number 1 is all about your social life, your identity. The goal here is to give you true ownership of your social graph. That's all your connections, your friends, your followers, so you can take it with you wherever you go. This is bundled with encrypted messages and what's called a self-sovereign identity, which is just a fancy way of saying your digital passport is controlled by you, and only you. Now, once you have your identity sorted, the second pillar is built for the creators. It's a decentralized marketplace for, everything from digital art to online courses. But here is the absolute game changer. Instead of platforms taking that huge 30, 40, sometimes 50% cut, creators here are meant to keep 97.5% of their revenue. That's a number that makes you sit up and listen. Moving on, the third pillar takes on the huge challenge of AI. Instead of these corporate black boxes where we have no idea how they work, the vision is for AI tools that are actually trained and checked by the community itself. The whole point is to have more transparency and protect user privacy. And all of this leads to the fourth and final pillar, governance. This is where the whole idea of ownership gets real. The platform is designed to run as a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization. Just think of it like a digital co-op. The members, who are the token holders, get to propose and vote on absolutely everything, from platform fees to new features. The power literally shifts from the boardroom to the users. So what's the fuel for this whole engine? Well, that would be the platform's own token, called BEZ coin. It's really designed to be the lifeblood of the whole ecosystem, with a big focus on what it can actually do inside the platform. So what's the point of it? What can you actually do with it? Well, you can use it to buy things, like NFTs or courses. Your fans can use it to send you tips directly. If you hold it, you can get discounts on fees. And like we just talked about, it's your voting ballot for the platform's future. Oh, and you can also use it to get access to those premium AI tools. It's basically the currency of this new digital nation. Look, a great idea is one thing, but actually getting millions of people to use it, that's a whole different ballgame. So let's look at the actual plan for taking this from a niche crypto project to a real mainstream alternative. The strategy is laid out in 3 phases. Phase 1, in the first 6 months, is all about winning over the existing Web3 audience, the early adopters. Next, the focus shifts to attracting creators who are fed up with the old platforms, using that 97.5% revenue share as a massive hook. And then, finally, once that foundation is built, it's all about going mainstream by making the whole thing super easy and simple to use for everybody. So where does a project like this actually fit in the crowded social media world we have today? Well, the argument from BeZhas is that it's not just another competitor in the same race, it's trying to create a whole new category. They call this the uncontested quadrant. And the argument goes like this. While other platforms might have one or two pieces of this puzzle, maybe a decentralized feed or a separate marketplace, BeZhas claims to be the only one combining a decentralized social network, a built-in marketplace, and community governance, all in one package. Which, at the end of the day, leaves us with the big question. Is this new model, this ownership economy, really the key to a better, fairer internet? Can giving us, the users and creators, real, actual ownership really change everything? Or are the current giants just too big and too powerful to be replaced? That's the billion-dollar question that projects like this are trying to answer.